everyone, it's Adriana from Adriana's Paper Crafts. I'm going to be reviewing some sticker paper today. I've actually kind of sort of already did this video and posted it in my Facebook group, but it was a long time ago, and for some reason I recorded it using Snapchat, so it is not great quality, so I'm just kind of redoing it. But the bonus of redoing it is that I now was able to test this paper using a second printer type. So I'm going to show you guys how that came out today. The paper that I am reviewing is the Milcoast glossy water resistant sticker paper. A lot of people have really divided opinions on this. It's either really amazing and worked great for them, and then for the rest, it's just horrible. I'm going to hold my opinion until the end, even though I have already formed it, but I want you guys to see what it looks like. Now, this paper is legitimately glossy, as you can see. It's very, very thin. And it is sticker paper. It does say that it is compatible with inkjets, with laser printers. And the first time I tested it, it was using only an inkjet. I did try 2 different inkjets, but regardless, they were inkjet printers. But today I will also be trying it out with a laser printer so that you can see what that looks like. Now, with my inkjet printer, I printed out a water bottle label. This is with my Canon Pixma large format printer. That printer, I am able to alter the color, the hue, the saturation, so that I can basically make it print like really vibrant. So that's what that looks like. And then with my laser printer, I have a Canon Image Class laser printer, and that one I cannot really adjust the saturation or anything like that. I can only select what finish I want or what quality I want it to be. So if I want it to be like photo quality, but I can't actually adjust the contrast or anything like that. So that one comes out like this. So it's still technically glossy. Remember, this one's inkjet. This one is my laser. But I'm going to put them side by side so that you can see the color difference on here. I'm going to try and get it lit up a little bit so you can see that. The top one is from the laser printer, and it is much lighter than this bottom one, which was the inkjet. So that's one thing that we've already noticed, is that just the color quality really varies depending on your printer. But even though it varies by printer, it varies just to begin with, because this is not what it looks like on my computer. And then when I print it out onto other sticker paper or regular printer paper or even glossy brochure paper, this is never what it looks like. So, I mean, it's okay, but it's almost a little faded. So, like my gold, that's gold glitter, and you can kind of barely tell. So this one again is the laser one, much, much lighter, much lighter. This one you can definitely tell that it is gold glitter, but the flowers look so faded out. So that's one thing. Now we're going to actually test if it's waterproof. But this is the one that on Amazon it says paper adhesive labels, glossy, water resistant for laser or inkjet printer. When I hear water resistant, I expect it to be somewhat resistant to water. That does not necessarily mean that it can be submerged in a gallon of water and it's going to be okay. It's kind of like your phone. It could be water resistant, but it does not make it waterproof. The thing is, though, is that, again, if it's water resistant, it should be able to resist some kind of water. We don't want it to just deteriorate with one tiny splash of water. So I'm going to use this spray bottle here, and very gently we'll be just spraying water on some parts of it, and we're going to see what it does, okay? Okay, so just so you can remember, this is the one that we printed with an inkjet. This is the one that we printed with the laser printer. Again, when you put them right next to each other, you can really see the difference in color. So when I print anything else with these two printers, it never comes off this different. So I do believe it's just this paper. Now we're going to use this water, and I'm going to gently just put a little mist right here in this area so that it hits the bottom of this one and the side of this one. All right, that was one little spray. You can see because it wet the napkin. I'm going to bring it in so we can try and see what it's doing. All right. So we can already see it's kind of graying up on this inkjet one. The laser one, it seems to be holding up better, but I can see it's kind of dark in those spots there. So what I'm going to do is just let this naturally air dry for a couple minutes. And again, we're just going to see what happens. All right, it has been a couple of minutes. I've let it pretty much naturally air dry. I will also blot it with a thin napkin, just again, so we can see what it does. This is the inkjet one. This is a laser printer one. The laser printer one seems to be holding up better, just because this one you can already see that the colors have bled. Okay, so this one definitely not holding up well. I'm gonna pick this one up a bit. This one actually seems to be okay. So this one to me does feel like it is water resistant as long as you're using a laser printer. Now that does not mean that it's going to hold up completely, 100% against moisture. So I'm thinking it would most likely be okay for you to use a laser printer to print some water bottle labels and then leave the water bottles in the fridge. And so that condensation would be okay. But you submerging it in ice or putting it in a cooler would most likely not work. And then with this one, it just seems like inkjets are not going to be even the tiniest bit of water resistant. So definitely don't use that. I'm going to link below what my go-to water resistant paper is. The only bad thing about it is that it is matte, so it does not have this glossy finish. But I still love it. It feels very, very smooth. It feels like velvet, and I just stinking love it. I love the way that it looks when it's wet, because when it's wet, for some reason, it actually does look glossy. So I'm going to link that down below. I'll also link this Milcoast paper if you want to try it for yourself, if you have a laser printer. And if you have any other specific questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And you guys know that I always answer your comments. So, all right, that's it for you. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later.